Hi, I'm Mike, and I was a 90s kid. And at the tail end of that decade, when we were just about to burst into a new millennium, these guys started to dominate the globe. This right here is a Pokémon card. We all had them, collected them, took them to school, traded them, and then probably one day threw them all out. Well, what if I was to tell you that these things have made a serious resurgence in the last couple of years? So much so that certain cards in the right condition can be worth an absolute fortune, especially if they're in one of these protective casings and the number in the top right starts from 7 or above. Today, we're going to learn why you definitely shouldn't have thrown out your Pokémon cards.
Pokemon cards. Remember Pokemon cards from the 90s? Well, they're hot again, and they are bringing in sky-high prices.
Some cards are even selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
New, used Pokemon cards.
Hello, Future Mike here, and this is a pile of my finished, graded Pokémon cards, and you will not believe what some of these are worth. But before we get to that, I need to introduce today's video sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. It is one of the most addictive mobile games I've ever played, and now has over 600 champions to pick from. All of those champions come from unique factions, each with their own history in the world of Teleria. Being into The Lord of the Rings and Warhammer, my favourite faction is the High Elves. Their backstory is pretty awesome. Their homeland, Aravia, has been around for thousands of years, surviving the fall of the Lizardmen Empire, helped the humans form into civilizations, and defeated the orcs when they formed a huge horde and attacked the continent. It's all furiously nerdy, but that's what makes it so engaging for folks like us. My personal favourite High Elf champion is Jingle Hunter, because check out that hat. And this month, Raid's got a non-stop schedule of special events and activities, including Forge Pass Season 3, with some amazing rewards on offer, including a limited edition artifact set. If that's not enough, Raid's bringing out some new champions, along with some awesome looking champion skins for the incredible Madame Ceres. Later this month, finally, Death Knight is becoming a legendary champion. I can't wait to see how ultimate Death Knight turns out. This is the best time to get started in Raid, and if you click the link in the description or scan the QR code here on screen, you'll get unique bonuses worth $30. We're talking a free epic champion, Vergus, 200k silver, 1 energy refill and 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in game. Rewards will be available only for the next 30 days and only for new players. All of that treasure is waiting for you right here, and it is that easy. Simply click the link in the description below or scan that QR code and I'll see you in the game. So Tom, you're the founder of Ace Grading. So what is Ace Grading and what do you guys do?
So Ace Grading was made to be the
Very best.
grading company in the world. Grading companies take cards and we kind of evaluate them based on a myriad of whole different factors. But basically it's, does it look good to a collector and is it as it come out of a factory?
Okay, cool. So we'll get to the whole grading process in a bit, but your main thing is Pokemon cards. Yeah. There's been a huge upsurge in Pokemon recently, especially in values. So what the hell has happened recently?
I think a big thing was in lockdown, everyone decided I'm going to do a spring clean.
Sure.
And everyone went into their loft, they found Pokemon cards, they Googled, are they collectible, are they worth any money? And every time someone searched that, so every time someone sold something, it was going up and up and up.
Yeah.
Everyone's always knew what Pokemon is. It's the biggest multimedia franchise in the world, and it escalated very, very hard and very, very quick. But I think it kind of makes sense because it's a collectible. Collectibles are one of the few things in the world that kind of retain value to people, not only financially, but sentimental. Everything went crazy. Cars went crazy. House prices went crazy. I think it was inevitable that Pokemon was going to do the same thing.
Okay, well, I'll admit, I was one of those people that saw the Logan Paul thing kick off and thought, okay. When I collected things, and I collected Pokemon back in the day, so I thought, let's get back into that. But the advice from everyone was collect for yourself rather than the players the money. So that's what I did, and this is my collection here. So I'm a bit obsessed with Raichu. I really like his design, I really like his colours, and from a value perspective, I did think that whenever anyone opened a pack and there was a Pikachu that came out, everyone went nuts. So I thought, right, they're out the window, they're far too expensive, but what is connected to Pikachu? And of course Raichu is the evolution of Pikachu. So that's what I went for. So you've managed to have a little brief look at my collection when I first came in. What do you think of my Raichu? So these are the current graded ones right now. What have I done well? What have I not done well?
I think you've done pretty well. I think one of the big things I said to a lot of people, especially when the boom was happening, was collect 9s.
Let's clear that up actually.
Yeah.
So the grading is 1 to 10.
Yes.
So 10 is absolutely the best it can be, and 1 is horrendous.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a 1 come in?
Yeah, we've had quite a few ones
What
come
does
in.
that even look like?
So some of the things we've had people like draw on cards or make their notes on cards. We've had people that have had cards that have got like rips in them.
Okay, cool. So tell me what we're looking at here.
So we've got the first edition Raichu, which got the 9. So I mean, first editions usually sell for quite a bit more than the unlimited versions of these. Out of the ones that you've got here, this is obviously your coolest card. It's the first edition.
Okay, so these ones are being graded, so we'll put these away for now. The main focus for today is getting the rest of my cards graded.
Fossil, non-holo there, unlimited, and we've got the Gym Heroes as well. Again, it's such cool artwork. I think this is probably your most unique artwork. You get to see like the cool curl in the ears that separates it from Pikachu, and it just looks stumpy, and yeah, it's really cool.
Okay, cool. Now for what I would say is the pièce de résistance.
Yeah.
I don't know where I came across this, but it turns out there is a thing called thick Pokémon.
Yeah.
And I've come across thick Raichu. Tell me, is that worth anything, and where does it fit in amongst the original artworks?
I think it's definitely got a place against the original artworks. Maybe a different camera angle than the rest. I don't know how much these would be worth to anyone who is seriously collecting Pokemon, but to a Raichu collector, this is probably worth something because it's just fun.
Sure.
It's properly fun.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for going through my collection. Now I guess the next thing is seeing how they grade.
Yeah, let's do it.
The grading process is much more scientific than I had presumed. The team here used genuine forensic level tech to inspect the cards, with the first important factor being the centering, to make sure it is properly aligned and hasn't been printed on the wonk. The card is carefully inspected for every nick and scratch that affects the aesthetic of the card.
So this is a VSC machine. It's a video spectral comparator. So that means...
Sounds cool.
Yeah, so we get spectrography information, so things like the way light reacts to the cards, and we get to compare it. So for example, we can flood that with IR, so IR floodlights, so just straight from the top, and we can immediately see that one of them is got still a lot of definition left, and one of them has completely disappeared. Oh, we can see it's an energy card underneath. It's a leaf energy card straight there. So it's a super thin film on top of that. Obviously this isn't X-ray, so we wouldn't expect usually to be able to see through so much, but this is like the perfect demonstration. Thanks for bringing this card in. We can see the thick Raichu above, but we can see the leaf symbol underneath. You can see that all of the detail is kind of gone.
Yes.
It's only in the darkest bits of the card that we can actually see it, and we can still see the gloss as well. If we pop these under UV, but you're going to see that there's quite a difference in the reflectivity and the reaction here. I mean, you've made Thick Raichu look even better, I think, here. It's kind of like disco Raichu. We've got quite a lot of glow going on all the way around the card. Usually we'd expect only to see that in like super white areas or super like hollow areas. Yeah. And there's quite a big difference. So we'd immediately have to flag that as counterfeit going through. I mean, we would have flagged this one immediately, but those are the kind of different tests that we'd go for to kind of just, if we had an inkling that something was fake, but it weren't this obvious, we'd put it through these tests.
Yeah. Okay, well, I still see it as the gem of my collection, but
100%.
It's cool to see all of this on the screen. While we were inspecting the fakeness of Thick Raichu, my genuine cards had been graded and were being packaged into their protective casings, featuring the all-important grading result printed above. So the ace grading team has graded my Raichus, so this will dictate the value of my collection.
Yeah.
Rip off the band-aid, let's see what's what.
Okay, so we're going to start off with the German Dark Raichu, the first edition.
Okay.
I'm going to pass it to you so you can see the grade.
I can already see it. It's not great.
It's not.
It is a 3. I just want, before we go through these, actually, I do want to say that I am a complete noob when it comes to this stuff. I've just bought stuff I like. So, like, obviously, from this, I will learn what to look for on eBay, because this is where all of this comes from. So, yes, my Dark Raichu German edition, first edition, is a 3. So that it says 3 good. Explain exactly what that means.
So good in terms of grading actually means pretty bad. But
Good.
So the grading scale works at poor being 1, which, I mean, you've seen the conditional 1s. They're like creased pretty much throughout. They're sometimes ripped holes.
Yeah.
And then 2 is fair, 3 is good, and it goes all the way up to gem mint. So realistically, you're looking at you're looking more at the number than the words.
Okay. So it's not been the best grade, but how cool are the designs on this? Look at the coloration on there compared to the ones we were looking at earlier from another company.
So next we've got your Fossil First Edition non-holo Raichu, one of those. There you go.
That's better. Near mint. We will take that. 7.
7's a
That's
good
quite
grade.
decent, right?
Yeah, 7 is a very good grade.
We'll take that.
Another First Edition non-holo Raichu.
Okay. And it's another 7.
Yeah.
Again, I will take this. That's 70%. That's an A when I was at school.
Yeah,
so
it's a first class honours degree. So.
Okay, good. We'll take that.
So this has got a standard label on it, so it's a little bit different.
Okay, and it's a 2.
Yeah.
And fair. That is, this one says good. This one says fair. That is almost a bit condescending. That's like that. This is bad. Like,
yeah. We didn't want to say, like, in our grain scale, we didn't want to call it like that's awful, but it's getting there.
Okay, for number 1, it should say like bad, bro. Like, like no.
Don't bother. Yeah. Another Dark Raichu holographic.
Okay.
As well, which is colour match label this time.
And it's another 2. So as you were saying, holographic cards, they're just more susceptible to damage.
Yeah, especially the older stuff. Another Dark Raichu holo.
Okay.
I want to pass it without you.
Okay, that's
okay.
cool. That's good. So it's a 6 EXMT. So
Excellent to mint.
Excellent to mint. Okay, cool.
Next, we've got your Lieutenant Surge's Raichu, so your Gym Heroes.
Yep,
card.
I like this one a lot. It's a 4. Very good, I'm guessing.
Very good, yeah.
Okay, see, I'm really struggling with the wording here.
Yeah.
Very good, but I mean, that's 40% in
But
my
that's
head.
still, like, so some cards are that bad that they're ungradable. So this is still better than someone having literally like a scrunched up card or a card that a small baby or a dog has had. So non-holo fossil, again with a colour match.
Okay. 6. Okay, so that matches my best holographic.
Next, we've got your Japanese card. So this is 2008. This is called Intense Fight in the Destroyed Sky because the Japanese cards have cooler set names.
I mean, these are the younger cards, so I would expect the grades to be a bit better.
2008 is still quite old.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
if you
I
think
guess.
we're in 2022, it's still 14 years old. This first edition, and it's a holo. It's Japanese.
And it's an 8. It is the best grade so far. That's very nice. I will
Next,
take
we've
that.
got your Raichu GX. So this was your full art one.
Yeah, yep. I like that one.
You got told partway through that this had a bit of damage to it, if you remember. This had a
Yes.
little bit of a crease. So the colour match here.
It's a 5.
So we give you the colour match label with this one. And
Okay, it's a 5. Again, excellent, apparently. 5, but okay.
And then I saved my favourite artwork, which is the Gym Heroes, your first edition one till last.
Okay.
And we gave you the colour match label with this one.
Okay, and it's a 9! It's a 9! That's a 9 out of 10. It's one of my favourite designs. It's a first edition. That's a result.
Pretty good
isn't
card,
it?
yeah. It's a
I
pretty good
will
card.
take that.
That is your most valuable, unless you find someone who's going to buy thick Raichu for £50,000.
Yes, this is still the GOAT. Almost didn't matter what the grading was. It's all about thick Raichu here. Okay, one question I've got. Isn't it a slight shame that basically if you play with your Pokemon cards, the value just gets annihilated?
Yeah, that's where kind of collecting is quite good though, because a lot of the really collectible cards, at least this was the case, were the cards that weren't all that playable anyway. Or you get kind of bling cards. So in the newer sets, for example, you'll get a normal Raichu GX like this, but you might also get a secret rare which is full of like rainbow glitter, and that would be the one that people would want to collect. But it's exactly the same card as this, and this would be a lot cheaper for players.
Okay.
So you've got like the kind of split between people who are collecting and cards that are for collecting, and cards that are for playing and playability. Yeah.
Okay, well, I've been blown away by just how professional this whole setup has been, and thank you so much for, you know, some of the numbers aren't the best, some of them are amazing. So yeah, thank you so much.
No, that's great, thank you.
Today has been super nerdy and I've absolutely loved it. It's showing the good, the bad and the straight up ugly in my Raichu Pokemon collection, but it's been so cool seeing just how much detail goes into the grading process and the potential that some of the Pokemon cards that you owned as kids have nowadays. So I would like to leave this now with you guys. What Pokemon cards did you own back in the day that would now potentially be worth thousands? Or maybe they're still up in the attic or in a shoebox under your bed, and you should make this happen. You should get them taste grading, get them graded, and potentially make an absolute fortune. Comment below with what your Pokemon situation is, and we will definitely read the comments and go through them. Today's video has been about Pokemon cards. What next?